With the Director General of Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, Femi Oke-Osanyitolu. We've heard it over time talk about how important people cooperation is as a preventive measure to reduce disaster risk and all of this. Talk to us about how this has evolved over the years, particularly here in Lagos, the culture of risk awareness amongst our people.
Well, you see, when you are looking at most man-made disaster, which contributed about 90% of disaster that we are facing, is the attitude and orientation of our people that always led to it. When you look at a situation that people are building structure across an area that will not prevent free flow of water, these are things that made a sort of collapsed building and flood in that area. When they drive recklessly, they are under drugs, or their vehicles are not well maintained. So the most important thing in all this, in ensuring that there's a disaster risk reduction in our society, is to change orientation of our people and their attitude. And in Lagos State, the Lagos State, under the watch of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide has embarked on a lot of dissemination of information, creating a lot of awareness, ensuring that all first responders are put at alert. You can say that the Safety Commission is going everywhere from the grassroots to the top, ensuring that they carried out a lot of market awareness in our markets, and you can see the effects of this mass campaign, that there's a lot of reduce in the fire accidents in our markets, and the road traffic crashes that we are experiencing in Lagos State, we've started looking into it. They've already established what we call the road traffic advocacy to look into it holistically. And in LASEMA, which is the coordinating agency, we have established what we call local emergency management committee in all our local government, which is going to improve intelligence gathering and a sort of early warning. And you can see what we experienced about 2 months ago because of the early warning system that we put in place. We are able to averted a big disaster that could have occurred at Igondo when there was a vandalization of the pipeline. So the most important thing that this administration is really doing is we are doing a lot of changing the attitude of our people, changing the orientation, and improving on our facilities that we put in place.
What feedback have you gotten engaging people in this regard, particularly when you have to instruct people not to do certain things, build on waterways, or even evacuate areas where the risks for disaster is high?
Yeah, the feedback is good, because one way or the other, we've improved on a sort of our communication. The communications gadget that we are using now is gets to the grassroots. So it's more of people oriented communication this thing, and we try to bridge the gaps in the sense that the emergency number of Lagos State is 112767. We have email, you can call us. We have WhatsApp, you can call us. We've introduced a lot of committees at the local level. So we gathered a lot of information. There's a lot of feedback from the states to the people, and from the people to the states or officials. And there are ways that we do engage them in terms of building their capacity, in terms of training them, and in terms of equipping them with sophisticated equipment.
So we're told that without real action on climate in the next 10 years, that developing countries like Nigeria might experience extreme weather events that have potentials to create huge disaster challenges. Do you think that we're having enough conversation in this regard as we speak?
We are doing a lot on that, and we are engaging intentional organization, non-government organization. And in Lagos State, you can see that we've improved in terms of our infrastructure, and that is why that there's an agency that deals with gardens and parks. We tend to plant a lot of trees that could avert this, and we tend to educate our young ones, especially at the school level, both primary, secondary, and the tertiary. And you can say that we've really improved on the agricultural side, where we try to plant a lot of trees at the local and at the state level. So we are doing a lot of things to avert this, and there's a lot of technology that's being developed to prevent all this.
Director General, Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, Femi Oke-Osanyitolu, thank you for talking to us tonight.
Thank you.